Okay, so Dr. McDougall, I don't ever want to disagree with you, but I have to repeat a statement. You just said people are stupid and disinterested. I would argue that they're addicted, and that's why they can't do it.
Well, okay. But you know, I was referring to the way doctors treat patients.
Right.
You know, I don't really think patients are stupid. I think the opposite. You think it's addiction.
I think that I think that animal products, especially dairy and processed foods, are so addictive that is why people can't make the change. Because I work with the people that want to make the change, and even after years, they still keep slipping back into the pleasure trap.
Well, you know, AJ, I've had a few addictions in my life. I'm not going to go over them. I don't think it's necessary. But I do know that when I cured those addictions, which I've done, I suffered terribly. Withdrawal is not easy. Would you like to tell me about the withdrawal from giving up milk? Beef? I mean, do you end up going to a rehab center to do it? Do you end up spending your day and night in bed because you have suffered from such severe withdrawal? Tell me.
Some people find it exceedingly difficult.
Yeah, but is it really an addiction to the point of, say, tobacco or heroin or cocaine or alcohol? See, because when you say addiction, you're talking about some things I'm very familiar with as a doctor and a person. And then when you categorize those substances of addiction with, say, milk or beef, I have a little trouble relating. You know, but I'm open to being convinced otherwise. And that's why I challenge you. It is, show me why you use the word addiction instead of being uninformed and habituated. That's what I would call it. I think that most of the people out there like themselves and they like their life. And what they want is they want the information so they can change. But they have some serious habits to get over. You know, there's all these routines. This is what I buy all the time. This is what I like. I'm habituated to these things. But when I stop them, I've never heard of a person stop cream and getting the shakes. You know, so help me. Come on, AJ. Come on, Chef AJ.
Well, I think the thing is with tobacco and drugs and alcohol, you can avoid it a lot easier than some of these foods. So no worries.
Plus, it's easier to deal with it when you try and get rid of these things in your life because you only have one thing to take care of. You know, when it comes to tobacco, you just pick clean air. When it comes to alcohol, you just pick water. You know, when it comes to food, oh, good grief, there's like 10 million foods out there, or 10,000. So you got, you know, it's not a single message, not a simple message that if you want to get over this addiction, you just have to do this. When it comes to food, you know, there's all kinds of things you're told. Skin your chicken. You know, you just don't know enough about what to do. But you know, I'm sympathetic to your description of addiction, but I just like to understand it better. And I do sincerely mean that. I'm not trying to be challenging unnecessarily, because I hear a lot of people say they're addicted. I think it's a lack of knowledge and just very strong habits. I don't see anybody going through withdrawal of laying in the bed, shaking, unable to think, sweating, crying, screaming. I mean, I've seen people go through addiction withdrawal. You know, I'm a doctor. This is part of my job. So it's anyway.
Anyway, you all know. I just think that it's some people. It just seems to be harder than other people to do this.